Good morning, MGL Climate Heating and Cooling. First of all, I really appreciate you replying to my message. And like I said, if you're tired of posting on social media trying to get clients, and since you have a website, this might be a really good alternative for you, at least for you to know how many people are looking for your services and how many people can you actually reach. Okay, so I have your website here. And the first thing that I have to suggest is that if you want to show up on Google searches, you need to have relevant content. Don't get me wrong, anybody can have a nice looking website, but most people underestimate that if you don't have relevant content, Google is never going to rank you. Okay, no matter what, no matter anything else that you hear around there, content will give you the first step for you to rank. Now, when I say content, I'm talking about all the text that is readable in your website. See, all this text, okay? And when you add this text, this content, you need to add keywords that people are searching for. I can see here that you don't have that much content, okay? And the concept of having relevant content applies to the whole page. For example, heating, I see you have subpages here. Let's see what you have on furnace repair. Excuse me. Okay, so you can see here that you have content and that's it. Now, to show you some numbers, I use this tool called Ahrefs, and what this does, it picks data from any website based on Google criteria. So I can see here that you're only being found for 2 keywords and you only have 8 backlinks. Now, what are backlinks? Backlinks are other sites or other websites that are mentioning your name or your business name, and this will give you the power so you can be found on Google. Think about like a popularity contest, and I always say this: the more people you get to talk about you from good sources, of course, the more relevant you're going to become, the more relevant you're going to stay. Same thing happens here with backlinks. So let's see what kind of keywords you're being found for based on the content that your website has and the support for your credibility in the eyes of Google. Let's give it a second. Okay, so HVAC Lake Zurich, 30 searches a month, you are in the almost in the 100th position. If you were to be running Google Ads, the minimum average will be for per click will be 29.54 cents. That's kind of a lot for the minimum average. Again, this means that roughly 30 people search this every month. Now, since one of your areas is Chicago, let's see what can I say here. There you go, Chicago. Another recommendation is that if you are serving all these cities, have a sub-page dedicated for each one of these areas. That's going to help you a lot as well. Now, if I go to Google and I type HVAC Chicago, the first thing I'm going to see here probably will be different on your, but you will see some Google Ads here or Google Guarantee. Difference between those two is that Google Guarantee will ask you for insurance, licenses, that kind of stuff. While Google Ads only asks you to verify your business name in that, very simple. If you've never done this, be very careful because you can end up spending a lot of money not seeing the result that you might want. Next, we have the map section. So if you have a Google business profile, which I didn't see that you have anyway, you can definitely be here. And how you get to be here? With relevant content, images, and of course you get to have reviews and reply to those reviews because Google loves to see that interaction between service provider and consumer. Excuse me. And then on organic results, we got number 1, 4 seasons. Number 2, we got this Chicago HVAC repair doctor. And number 3, we got this Del Joe heating and cooling. Number 4. But for you to understand a little bit more about this, 70% of the people that do a Google search, they only go for the top 3 here, not even on the ads. Top 3 here and the top 3 here. That means that less than 30% will be actually scrolling all the way down to the end of the page or even going to the second or third page. So all the fun stuff, all the potential, the good potential is right here on this top. Now, let's see why these guys are ranking number 1, because this is important so we can see how many people are looking for services like yours. You can see here that these guys, they understand the value of content. You can see here, content here. They have, you see, for example, here, Heating, cooling, and plumbing, electrical service for every home budget, and then you have a lot of content. See, home service company Chicago, you have a lot of content, and then you have this as well: content here, links here, your reviews. They get it. They understand. They definitely understand the value of content. And sometimes, if you don't see a homepage stuff with a lot of information, they usually have sub pages, like a blog kind of thing. I don't see it here, but anyway, the website is doing the job. And to show you this, they're being found for over 22,000 keywords. Wow, it's a lot. And they have over 3,500 backlinks. That's quite a lot as well. Of course, the rating is off the charts, really, really high rating. That also has to be with how long they've been in business with the website running. Anyway, here's the fun part, I'm sorry. Plumber Chicago, 1,500 searches a month. That means that roughly 1,500 people search this a month, because these guys are ranking number one and getting 281 visits every month. If you ask me, those are 281 chances they get every month to get a client that's looking for this specific search term. Now, a variation, right? AC Repair Chicago, and this is only Chicago. You can see here only Chicago. 700 searches a month, because they're ranking again on the top. They get another 256. We do the math. Just between these two, almost what, 600? Let's keep going. Air Conditioning Repair Chicago, 600 searches a month. You get the idea, right? Because they're ranking number two, they get another 234, and we keep adding. They're not just ranking for one keyword. They're ranking for multiple keywords in the area that they target, right? Chicago, HVAC Chicago, 2,300 searches a month, because they're ranking number three. They get another 230 visits a month. So these guys understand. Now, how many clients can we get from here? Same thing as them. It depends on how good your website converts. Okay. Worst case scenario, my clients see in the worst case 50% of conversion. But again, it all depends on your prices, how good you are with answering the phone calls or replying to specific questions that you might get. So yeah, you can get at least, put it in the worst case scenario, 5% of all this traffic that we're looking over here, all these searches. Chicago Plumber, 450 searches a month, because they're ranking again number two. They get in 178 visits. Possible chances of getting a client that is looking for this. Oh, clients, I'm sorry. HVAC company Chicago. You see the idea here. Chicago electrician, if you do electric services as well. Plumbers. Anyway, there's a lot that you can be reaching, if you have your website. Anyway, I don't want to take too much of your time. I know I cover quite a lot here, but my intention is not this to be boring. It's for you to understand that if you have a website, you can definitely be on the top. You just need to understand how this works. Basically, you need to improve your content, understand what kind of keywords people are searching for, and add this content. And of course, you need to have some support for your credibility, and that's where backlinks come into play. So Google understands that you are actually real. You're the real deal. Okay. Let me know if you have any questions, but other than that, I hope you find this information useful, and thank you for watching.